Hey, what's going on, you guys? Friday fucking night. It's so bright.
Yeah.
We were filming.
I'm getting this shit right.
We were filming porn in here earlier. Yeah. That's why.
Yeah, and I was having fucking technical issues and shit. I was getting rushed and everything.
No, I didn't rush you.
I felt like I was kind of getting rushed.
That was your perception.
And every time I was getting ready to jump,
I was pretty cool with that about it. I thought.
Hold on, what happened? And then like, we'll do it again.
You worry about it too much.
We got some. Yeah, we got some footage. Probably about 10 minutes of it, probably.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, the opening of it was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I thought
it was good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we were trying to film some shit, but you know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's too bright. Is it too bright?
Yeah, I might. I'll bring it down a little
Maybe
bit.
not.
Because I pushed it up.
Well, yeah, that light's super bright over there.
Yeah. Kind of.
What's up, Oracle? What's up, Sebastian? What's up, Zach? What's up, Sod? Everybody's here.
Yeah, we're gonna go out tonight. We're going.
Yeah, we're going to Mannequins tonight. Yeah. So we'll see how. Oh no, that's the warm.
This is the one, right?
That's okay. That's okay.
All right. All right, there we go.
That's a little bit better.
All right.
I don't like all that bright shit in my face.
Yeah.
Sebastian said it's -5 here.
Oh shit! It's
so you have actual winter?
Yeah.
Wow.
It gets cold here. It's 70 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, I will say on Wednesday night when we streamed last, it was 49 degrees. That's Fahrenheit, in case you're not in the U.S. 49 degrees, which is pretty cold for Florida. It's not that cold, I know, but for Florida, that's pretty cold. However, today, the high, I believe, was 83.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the low tonight, because I looked, because it's like, if we're going to Mannequins tonight, I was just kind of like, well, what's the temperature going to be? Can I wear long sleeves or something like that? No, I cannot. The low tonight is 69 degrees. Yeah. That's as cold as it's getting.
What's up, Sod? Sod's in there. Been talking to Sod off and on all day today. Talking about history, American history. Especially the war between the states. You find that very fascinating.
Yeah, I guess they don't really teach much of that in other countries.
They don't teach that much here anymore.
I mean, well, why?
Very little.
Well, the thing about it is, like, why would they in other countries? Because they got their own fucking history.
Actually, you know who I heard the biggest students of, the biggest fans of that war was? I don't know if I don't know if it's passed down through the generations, but Japanese boomers loved that story.
That makes sense.
They'd have reenactments, they'd study it and everything, play war games on tables, you know, reenacting replaying the Battle of Bull Run on a damn. Remember the old game tables you used to have? It was like topographical tables, and they'd have painted lead men and everything. They'd do that.
Zach says, I had a hookup arranged, but his car wouldn't start, so blue balls for me tonight. Not for you guys, though. No, never. Pretty much never, right?
Man, I thought you gay guys had it easy. You guys just hook up, you know. Well, I guess I'm gonna go down to the bathhouse and just, you know, lay up around.
Well, it's like
men.
when you have something set up and you're like, well, that didn't work out. You're like, well, fuck it. I'll just go and find someplace.
Just gonna go to the bathhouse and lay around, jerk each other off. It's all men here. It's okay.
Tom wishes he could do that kind of shit.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool.
It would be kind of cool.
Yeah,
it'd be a lot easier.
It'd just be a lot easier. Yeah, but
you have it easy. I'm here all the time.
I know. The thing is, though, is, you know, having gay friends and shit like Toby, it's not easy. It's harder for them.
Yeah,
they never can find the guys they're looking for. There's not enough of them.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like it's a smaller pool to draw from.
Smaller pool.
Yeah, so I get it. it. But still, you could probably.
If they don't fit in with the major scene in their area, then they don't fit in.
You know? That's like 2 layers of not fitting in.
Toby doesn't fit in with the normie gay scene here. He's just too leather daddy, you know. So he hangs out in bondage and BDSM type club, that background, you know, and new wave stuff, like people that like new wave music. He's big into that.
Yeah, he loves 80s shit. Well, he's our age, you know what I mean.
He's our age. And normie gays just see him as a freak. They're like, you know, why are you dressed like that? You know, why are you dressed like a leather daddy? Well, I'm a leather daddy.
Well, because that's what I mean. It's like,
yeah, right.
Normie gay people are just the same as normie straight people.
Yeah.
They're always just like, what is that all about?
Yeah.
They're slightly more understanding, I feel. Yeah. But yeah, you do still kind of.
That's why I respect Toby. He's always my buddy, because he wasn't into acceptability and trying to be accepted. It's like the way goths were. He likes being fucking underground and subversive. You know.
He does his own thing.
He's subversive. He's subversive gay.
Even though it does kind of, it does kind of alienate you sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, not as much as it used to, I admit. Because, in the 80s and 90s, I feel like it alienated you even more.
Yeah.
Like, from normal society or whatever. And, like, nowadays, at least people kind of get it, even if they don't like it. But, yeah, there's still a stigma, I feel.
Toby would tell me some shit. He's like, shit, fucking anybody can be gay now. Fucking, he's like that. He's like, look at them. They're like fucking straight people. They're getting married. He kind of would look at us and why are they getting married? I've
known a lot of gay guys that were just kind of like, ew, we don't want to be like breeders.
Yeah, he didn't want anything.
I get that. Why I get that.
He wanted to be nothing like
I get
straight people.
Well, I said, I get that because it's kind of like being like a normie, and nobody wants that.
Right.
So, none of us want that.
Yeah. Well,
so it's like
we're in a subculture.
It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, ew, we don't want to be like normal people. Gross.
Yeah.
So it's kind of I get it. It's
why would they want to adopt children?
Some people do though. It's like everybody's different, like I said. But I can see how.
Yeah.
Look
what they're wearing. Why are they dressed like that?
Why are they wearing Crocs and khakis, for Christ's sake?
Yeah, why is he wearing a polo shirt? Why do they look like that? He's in all leather and shit.
That's what I mean. We like the freaky people.
Yeah.
I like the freaky people. No matter what sexuality they are. Or all sexualities.
Yeah.
I just like freaky people.
We don't care about it. Just as long as you're cool.
Yeah. Like I said, we just like freak ass people. I like normal ass people because some normal ass people, but
they got cool normal people.
But they're weird in other ways.
Yeah. If you're normal but you're tripping out on us, then you're probably gonna be all right because a lot of normal people fucking would just like look down at you like, what? You know what I mean? And then they ask so many questions that they're no longer cool. We had guys actually just normie, I would say normie fucking big jock corporate yuppies break into the scene.
Yeah, it's
because they were cool. His name was Bill Rivera. He was just this big 6'2" alpha Cuban Floridian guy who fucking everybody loved him. He was just super cool, and he was banging one of the hottest fucking god chick in the club,
And he looked completely normal. But he
Yeah.
was cool though.
He was a cool guy, yeah.
Like I said, I'm not so much.
He would just talk to you. He didn't look
right. I didn't have a thing about because look, people can look however they want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's just I'm not here to like shit on your deal or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of like I'm gonna look askance.
Yeah.
If you kind of come in there like looking like that, but if you just start hanging out and like talking to people and you're cool and shit like that, then that's totally fine. The problem I have is like people that come in looking like that and they're like, "What's this all about?" And then they're like asking, of course, like you're a fucking ride at Disneyland or something like that.
And then want to take pictures.
Can I take pictures with you?
And then they're posting that on their
you may
shit.
not.
Like, and then they try to be all cool in one night. You know what I mean? And break into the scene in one night. No, it's going to take about a year.
Yeah, you got to hang out.
People are going to have to fucking know
people.
you. It's going to take a while. Yeah.
But I think that's why he was because he was just regular. He just came in and he just like acted like
he liked the music and he liked people.
Right.
He liked us. So,
Yeah.
And he didn't question anything. He just went along with everything. Yeah.
That's another big thing because I feel like
never asked us any questions.
If you asked him any weird ass questions like what is this about or what does this mean?
Yeah, why those boots? And this the
like
only thing
I'm like, I don't know because they look good. I don't just fuck off. I don't that just makes me mad.
Bill was fucking observant. Okay. What Bill did for a living is he worked for, I think it was Pfizer. He worked for a drug company.
Yeah.
And he sold drugs to doctors. So he had a lot of money. And he didn't throw money around, so I respected him for that. He didn't try to buy people.
And he didn't call attention to himself.
Didn't call attention to what he did. Right.
Right. Like he was just pretty low key.
And he was real observant. When he wouldn't ask questions because he didn't want to seem uncool, which that's exactly what you should do, And one day he said to me, he goes, I just realized something. It's actually the boots. If you got the right boots, you can be goth. And I says, exactly.
Well, goths have known that forever.
Yeah. But it took him a while
It's always, that's how you always recognized a poser was like the shoes. That's the first thing you look at is the shoes. Because sometimes they get the whole outfit pretty good, but then you look at the shoes, you're like, nah.
Yeah.
Shoes aren't right.
And what he was, know who he was looking at when he said that? Andy.
Ah, right, yeah.
Andy came in and she was just wearing basically regular clothes, black jeans, a t-shirt.
Yeah.
And her hair and makeup. but she had a fucking badass set of boots on. They were either Demonia or New Rock.
Yeah.
And she looked goth as fuck. But if she didn't have those boots on, she would look goth.
She would have just looked kind of regular,
pretty normal, right?
And Andy,
it dawned on him. He was wise enough to realize that that's where the whole look came from.
Pretty much, it's a big part.
Yeah.
And Andy, she still comes out.
Yeah.
She comes to Memento. She comes to Mannequins. She might be at Mannequins tonight. I'm not sure. Her and her fiance, whose name is Vivo. Yeah. They usually come to Mannequins on Fridays, but she sometimes like dresses way up. Sometimes just kind of, t-shirt or kind of thing, and black jeans or tight black pants and something like that. But she always looks like super goth.
She knows how to do hair and makeup though, and accessories, and
she's
been around forever, so. Her
she's
credibility is not questioned.
She's our age or a little bit younger, maybe.
She's my age. I think.
So she's older than I am, actually.
Yeah, she's older.
She's older than you. Wouldn't know, like looking at her, but.
Yeah, he always with younger guys and stuff.
Yeah, and like I said, she's been with the guy she's with now. They're engaged, I think, but yeah. Zach said I would go to the bathhouse if it wasn't a $40 ride and a $30 entry fee.
Damn.
Yeah, you got to pay a lot to get into those kind of places. Dave is here. What's up, Dave? Going to Mannequins tonight, but going to karaoke bar before at 9 p.m.
We'll be there.
Yeah, we're going to. We'll probably be there at 9:30, 10.
Yeah, is there a cover tonight?
Yeah, because they're doing that Krampus fog party or whatever. I think they're gonna make it like even darker than it normally is, which I'm like, oh great, because it's usually pretty dark in there. So like people come in and I'm like, who is that? You're just like a shadow. You know what I mean? Like until. But yeah, sometimes they do kind of like events where they turn even more of the lights off. Yeah. I think they're kind of hoping that some shit's going to happen. Zach says, since goths are considered weirdos by normie standards, what's a weirdo by goth standards? You have to be pretty weird, and weird in a bad way.
Yeah, you have to be real uncool.
Because the thing about it... Okay. Let me give an example.
There isn't one goth. There's a bunch of sub-strains of
it.
We all know. And generation, how old you are has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, that too.
But we recognize all that. And some of the young kids, man, are fucking fantastic.
God, they look so good.
They look so fucking good.
We were talking about it the other night. It's like, man, if we'd had that shit when we were back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like, what? Okay.
She's running. It's okay. It's just a
Bambi, it's all right. They're not coming to get you.
Yeah.
Bambi's like, fuck that. I'm out of here.
Oh, we got some money.
Oh, thank you, Jeffy Art.
Hey, what's up, Jeffy?
I work security at the Eagle in Wilton Manors. In my experience, the leather and rubber fetish people are way more civil, awesome, and interesting to talk to than the so-called gay normies. Normies are... You wouldn't think this, because I think people still... Maybe not as much as in the past, but they used to have a perception that's like, oh, all these weirdos and they're going to cause all this trouble. And not at all.
No, those are the easiest ones to deal with.
Yeah, and we've heard that from every single club owner, club manager we've ever known. It's like the goth nights are the best nights. Everyone's super nice. Everyone's super chill. Everybody tips. You know what I mean? There's no drama. There's no fights. There's no anything like that. You have like normie places, and it's just kind of like they're pulling people out of there all the time.
They don't know how to act. They don't have a club culture.
That's what I mean.
They don't have club culture.
That's what I mean.
And, fucking edgy gay and edgy straight seeds have a club culture. And there's a lot of crossover. A really edgy, I say straight club, has a lot of gays in it and a lot of bisexuals in it. There's no distinction. Like, I would call the goth scene basically a straight scene, but there's so much crossover. There's gays in there, there's lesbians, there's bisexual stuff, trans people, but you don't notice it. It blends in so well.
Because you're just kind of like,
You're like, yeah, and you know them.
Right.
So you don't,
whatever.
You don't really notice it. You kind of experience it without really noting it. And it's also a lot of different races of people. You got black people in there that just fit right in. They've been part of the scene forever. Black DJs. And Hispanic people are in this state. They're basically indistinguishable from white people because we've been in this state together for fucking hundreds of years. And I'll be talking to somebody and then realize, you know what? She's Hispanic. I never realized that.
Yeah, it doesn't really.
Because it doesn't really.
Well, like I said, everybody's goths,
goths.
so that's just kind of part of the same thing. So it's like it never really like occurs to you that it's like they might be
A different ethnic group.
Like a different ethnic group or a different, like, sexual orientation or whatever. You just don't, like, really
We all like
it.
the same music.
You're just like, meh.
All like the same music, the same fashion.
Same aesthetic.
We know the same stuff, watch the same movies type of stuff.
Yeah, so it's all kind of like... So that's why that's one of the things that I think attracted me to it, like, back in the day.
Yeah, but we were just amazed how good some of the young people look and the clothes that they have.
Yeah, because at Mannequins, they do, like,
yeah.
there's, like, these are kids and they're, like, from, like, 18 to 25, something like that.
Yeah.
And they organize this themselves. The club didn't do this. They do something called a baby bat invasion. And these are, like I said, kids, but they show up and they're fucking, they look fantastic. They're just, like, all fucking death rock. They look like old fucking school.
Yeah.
Except if old school 80s, if we had money.
If we had money
and access to the shit that they have nowadays.
Yeah, and if companies made the shit.
They look like we wish we would have looked back then. But we didn't have the shit.
They look like the way a fucking rich rock star would have looked, or a rich artist would have looked in the scene back in, like, 83. Like, if they were a
but it's
millionaire.
like a kid.
Yeah, but it's like an 18-year-old kid. And they know all the bands. They know all the old bands.
They know all the old shit.
They're not posing. They actually know all the shit. They know the members of the band.
Well, you showed me that, like, that Instagram, was it an Instagram reel or something like that? Like, with that girl, I don't know how old she was. But you were like, you gave me your headphone and you were like, what song is that?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's Cinema Strange.
Yeah, it was Clumsy Succubus.
Holy crap.
She's one of them.
They're not old. They formed in the early 2000s, but still, they're still fairly obscure, even in the goth scene, because they're more death rocky. You know what I mean? So I was, like, actually surprised. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
I'll show you guys a good youngster.
A good youngster.
Okay.
Yeah, Dave says, gotta go see you there. Yeah, we'll be there. Absolutely. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I haven't been in a while. Actually, Memento is next Friday, I think. Victor says, I'm 100% straight, but I enjoy sleeping with men. I love that. Allison says, Tom, that's like New York with the whites and Hispanics. Yeah, and especially down here, and I'm sure it's, like, even more pronounced in South Florida. But even up here, it's just kind of like...
Nobody notices.
Nobody really notices, honestly. Yeah.
We're all listening to the same music, and we're all wearing the same clothes, and nobody has any accents or anything.
We're all a part of the same tribe.
Forever, you know?
That's kind of what it is. But we kind of got off on the... I want to answer the questions.
That's what the new youngsters look like. They look like I said, fantastic.
That's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I wish I'd looked like that in the 80s. Holy crap. I couldn't afford all that stuff. I didn't know how to do makeup back then. I didn't have YouTube tutorials, like, to show me how to do fucking makeup and stuff. Man, they're so lucky.
Yep, they have all the
It was a lot harder.
They can get their hands on all the gear.
Yeah, they can get, like, all these cool clothes. Like I said, they can do, like, tutorials online and, like, show them how to do it, like, without fucking it up. And
like I said, they're not posing. They know all the music.
Yeah. And it's, well, what I always thought was kind of cool, like, you know, because we have a friend named Nick who's maybe 21 or something like that, and he is super into, like, the old shit. And that's kind of how we met him.